CinePals. We're watching Logan the Wolf, a Wolverine fan film by Godefroy Ryckewaert. I apologize if I said that incorrectly. This is by popular request. Please watch the original if you haven't seen it already. Give the original an upvote. Let him know Jaby sent you if you could be so kind. Then come back and watch this reaction. Anyway, let's get into this. Here we go.
I am wrath. I am chaos and balance. I am death and resurrection.
Ooh.
I am Fenrir's fury.
It's kind of got like a Viking Nordic feel.
Yeah, for sure.
But like some of the low sounding music does remind me of Dune a little bit.
Well, Dune probably has a lot of different inspirations that
Yeah.
we're not even aware of.
Uh-oh.
Oh, some kind of sacrifice.
Yeah.
Witchcraft?
Hell yeah. That's so cool. With the X in the middle.
I like the lighting.
Wow, that's nice. Really pretty.
That's cool. The hilt or whatever, right at the camera.
He's got some
I've been waiting.
dope tattoos.
Should I run instead?
I don't run away from miserable creatures.
I've heard a lot about you.
You can read.
Stories are told about a ferocious war that butchers women and children, and even slaughtered 20 of Gunna's men alone.
All these guys look
Impressive.
so, like, scary.
Yeah.
Lies!
Nice edit.
Nothing more than fairy tales to scare little kids. Lord Otto put a bounty on your head, and I don't give a shit what they say about you or what you've done.
Yeah, you're gonna regret that.
I hear for the money.
I wonder if that's his actual haircut. Or if we did it just for the short film. Nice effect with the moon in the background. Unless that's just how it looks.
All right, let's
Are you
go.
sure it's worth it?
He warned you.
Such a leader, man. It surely is.
Yeah, that's not natural. That's definitely an effect.
I leave one of you alive,
So you can warn your sons about those fairy tales.
I appreciate the attention to detail with his height.
Yeah.
Because Wolverine is... Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Wolverine is, you know, traditionally shorter. He's only tall by, with Hugh Jackman. Damn.
Wow.
This is nicely shot.
Yeah, really well shot. Really great camera movement. Wah!
Oh,
Oh, that's gnarly. Nice.
Oh, dang. What
Oh,
a stunt.
yeah. Oh, we got a lady too. He doesn't discriminate. He's gonna kick your ass, girlfriend.
Dang, he's getting stabbed and stabbed and stabbed, but he heals, right?
Yeah. Do we see the healing? Or maybe this is the special thing that he was asking for.
So much for that.
He's gonna come back.
Take the body.
I love when villains are proud after getting their asses kicked. Oh!
Hey! Ruh-roh. Sorry, guy, you died.
It
That's
just-
a nice little detail with him bleeding from the knuckles as well.
Shit just got real, yo.
Yep. Are you man or beast? That was cool.
Why What kind of demon are you?
The kind that's gonna kill you.
I am Logan the Wolf.
Kill him.
The hesitation on the bad guys is
Yeah.
appropriate. Oh,
Whoa!
damn. He ripped his face wide open.
Woo! Dang!
Oh,
God!
Brody.
Ew!
Dang.
Sorry, lady. Get them all! Except for one. Oh, behind you! Why is he waiting?
I'm pretty sure he's smelled
Oh.
them. Oh,
Whoa,
damn.
whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, look at him. Kick him in the nuts. Oh.
Shit.
Whoa.
Dang, they're using all the strategies.
Whoa.
Up high, sneaking around, down
Yeah,
low.
I love it.
From behind, they're trying everything, and it's just not working. Oh.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think his claws came off.
Whoa.
That's different.
This is really creative.
Oh, they did a nice edit there to keep
Wow.
they stitched it. It was nicely done. It was so quick you didn't even catch it.
Unless you're Jaby.
Dang. Oh.
Bye. Whoa. Oh my god. This is so gnarly. Is it gonna, the scar's gonna knit back up? Oh, he gets to stay alive? I wanted him to die. He was annoying.
You freak.
Leave now. Tell your kind about me. Tell your kind a new god will soon rule. Tell your kind a new era is upon them. Go now!
Wait! Who did that?
Someone familiar. Who's this?
Who are you?
Impressive.
If you're here for the bounty, just look at them and see your end.
Very promising.
Who are you?
I've been watching you. You have something unique. That brings my attention.
Uh-oh.
What do you want?
I want you to join me. Together we would be unstoppable.
No man walking these lands can slay me. What would I be doing with you?
You know, we're not so different, you and I.
What's your
We share
power?
the same aversion, repugnance for those animals.
Oh, I know who he
we
is.
gather-
I don't need you. Just go home. While you still can.
I was wondering if he was like old school Magneto.
Oh shit. Oh. Damn.
That's cool.
See, I am just like you.
Same,
The
same,
god
but different.
among the commons. But instead, humans call us monsters. They fear us. They want us extinct. And trust me, they'll keep hunting us down and slaughter the ones we love until all our heads onto their spikes. But we're about to change that.
Death isn't my concern. Immortal.
Whoa.
Last warning.
What? You don't stand a chance against him, dude.
That's a shame. I thought you'd understand.
What?
Damn.
Yeesh.
That was
You're
nice.
going to die like the rest of them.
Show me.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice. Well done. Wow.
This was very impressive, dude.
Very, very impressive.
War Legends.
What a name.
Well, it's a crew name, I imagine. It's also very memorable.
Shout out to the costume designer too and the makeup. It was really, really good. I like all the attention to detail they had here. Hair and tattoo supervisor, super well done. And visual effects. Everyone involved, actually.
Even the titles looks great.
Yeah, all of it. Ooh, got a little end credit scene.
What?
Did he kill Magneto? No way.
Not without taking some damage himself, I guess.
Ah, no, he didn't. He didn't.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. You know, watching X-Men back in the day and knowing it's PG-13, there's always this part of you that feels like, well, it's going to be gimped to a certain degree when it comes to Wolverine.
Sure.
Because of his weapons, it's like they would cut you, they would tear you apart. And so it wasn't really until Logan that I felt like we got to really see Wolverine on display with the carnage and the violence that he's capable of.
Sure.
And so this, I feel like, takes it even further, where you really see just how lethal he is when he's not gimped by a PG-13 rating. So this also gives me that vibe of like Superman Red Son, where if you took these characters and just put them somewhere else, like the concept of Superman Red Son, for those who are not familiar, is that what if Superman crash landed in Russia instead of the States? And what would that look like? And you still had a Batman-esque character over there as well. And so here you have this Nordic stylized version of Wolverine and Magneto and whatnot. And I think it's just such a neat concept and a neat realization of, you know, this idea through this lens, you know?
Yeah, it's really, really different, you know, and it works so well as well, you know, like just imagining that these characters went that far back in time, or like you said, just putting them in a different place and time than what we're used to.
Yeah.
And it still works, and it's really fun as well for me as someone who really appreciates like wardrobe, costume, makeup and all of that. I could see just the level of detail that was, you know, being paid attention to in all of the costuming and the character design for everyone, like even like all the tattoos and the fact that they all had scars. It tells you immediately like, oh, you know, these guys are warriors, these guys are fighters, they've been through some stuff, you know.
As two people who just recently made a short film, I feel like we can definitely, we have a what do you call it, where we can where we can like comment on this, you know, the
understanding.
We have the understanding and experience to say, you know, we really recognize just how much work went into this. You know, I can, like, the choreography and, like you mentioned, the costumes and everything, the way it's shot, the editing, it was so creatively done. You know, when we did Love Punch Kill, there was actually a lot of moments in there where I stitched shots together that most people, well, no one really actually saw it because no one said anything. So the only one who can see it is me, because I would even show other people who worked on it, like they didn't catch it. So as someone who strives to stitch things in such a way that you cannot catch it, where it's just totally invisible even to the most astute observer, I had a hard time. I only caught one stitch in this entire thing. If they did more, it was invisible to me.
Yeah.
Because it was so well done, where I'm like, oh, it's, you know, it's because it's not smooth, you know, there's like a freneticness to the camera where when it's moving around and someone crosses frame and it stitches, it's like, it's just so seamless. You're just so caught up in the chaos of what's going on. And even though it's shaky cam, it doesn't lose you. You're still able to track the story of the fight. He's not perfect in the fight. He gets hurt, you know, he gets knocked down. And like, these guys are not, you know, pushovers. They're very very strong.
Yeah.
And they're very strategic. And it was such an interesting fight from a choreography standpoint and from the standpoint of how it was shot because of the way it revealed stuff. For instance, when Logan was between the rocks and he almost got the leader of the group, this spear came down in his way.
Yeah.
Like that reveal, I thought that was just really cool and super thoughtful in the way that it was done. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I agree with you on that. And I think one of the things that stood out to me as well was like just how well choreographed the fight was in a way that made it feel so thrilling and risky. I think sometimes when you watch things, you get that thing that our friend who's a stunt coordinator guy, he says often egg on face, right? Which is like stunt guys holding back. Or sometimes you'll see a group fight and it's like, okay, there's a whole bunch of guys, but why is only one guy fighting and the other two are waiting? I didn't get that sense here. It was like, no, everybody's trying to kill him and they're genuinely trying. And so it feels just more like thrilling and visceral to watch a fight like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a combination of knowing what lens choice to use, knowing where to put the camera, and having very well rehearsed, stunt guys and whatnot. And your lead has to be equipped. It's like, it's hard to find the combination of someone who can command the camera and do the action. It's like you can find one or the other usually, someone who's very good at movement or very good at acting, but the hybrid of the two is hard. And so they found someone who was capable of like having the emotion that they sought after, having the attitude that they sought after, and from across the board it looked like, everyone embodied a fierce, intimidating attitude, behavior, vibe, gait in the way that they walked, everything.
I think that acting wise, I definitely noticed that. It's like everybody understood the memo on what the tone was.
Yeah.
I think sometimes when you do high concept things like this, there can be an urge to want to be like extra over the top. Or sometimes if you're a more naturalistic actor, you want to dial that down a little bit. But you have to find that happy medium between like, it's a little bit over the top, but also it still feels grounded. And I thought that all of the actors involved in this like hit that balance really, really well.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very impressed by this.
I'm so impressed.
Go ahead.
And I think sometimes when you hear fan film, you think like, oh, it's just like a cute little thing that someone did on a weekend, maybe like 5 guys did it. Like this is a full production. You look at the list of everyone who worked on it. I'm sure all of these people, their day jobs are, probably professionals in the industry, and they did this with like all of the love in their hearts. And they made such a fantastic short film here.
Yeah. I mean, doing a great fan film in a unique way, but still presenting it in a strong, unquestionably good way is a great way to get noticed. What's his name? Who worked on Shang-Chi? I forgot his name. He's a black dude, and he spent his own money to make these fan films. And he ended up getting hired for stuff like Shang-Chi and whatnot. He's a very talented guy who knows where to put the camera. That's why he got hired for Shang-Chi. I just can't remember his name for the life of me at the moment. But he was also on Stuntman React for Corridor Crew.
Right.
But he does fan films. And so I think doing a very, very strong fan film is a great way to just get noticed, to get your name out there.
100%.
I mean, he's got 60,000 subscribers as of now, and I imagine a lot of that just came from, I've never heard of this dude. And so I'm just guessing a lot of that came from just this short film alone. If I were to just like make a bet, I would say that this is like, most of the views on his channel came from this film. So let's see. This has 2.3 million views. Let's go to his channel. And he's got 3.1 million views. So yeah, most of the views came from that short film.
Oh, it says he comes from a martial arts background. Director, editor, stuntman, and fight choreographer. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What a great combination. I mean, it really shows in the execution of this short.
Yeah. The only thing that I wish I got more of in this short, honestly, is just story. Because most of it was just the action. And it's like, okay, I can see you can do action.
Sure.
You know, and I could see you can put this together in a competent way, but I just wasn't getting much of the story. It's like, what is his motivation other than surviving? You know, it's like, who is this?
Killing.
Yeah, it's like, who is this? I mean, maybe it goes back to some early form of the comic of the character that I am just not familiar with, because most of my experience with X-Men, or with Wolverine rather, is from the cartoon, and so that's most of my experience, and then the movies, and so whatever the origins of Wolverine, if it's more primal like that, I'm just less familiar with it. And so it would have been cool to understand, like, well, what is he fighting for exactly? And they kind of established that, you know, he's this threat, and so they're trying to eliminate this threat so that he's being hunted down.
Yeah.
But like, why am I rooting for him? You know,
because he's badass.
But yeah, no, you know what I mean? That's the only thing I would have loved for them to have added on, because then people, you know, people will see this, or like the powers that be will see this and go, oh, well, you can do cool action. It's great that you can shoot action, but can you tell a story? Oftentimes, when it comes to getting your foot in the door and getting to the next level, you know, I'm talking about, I'm speaking from the standpoint of having conversations with the people who are like getting their foot in the door with like high level people, right? They care more about your ability to have having great acting on camera and capturing that than all of this fighting. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like all of this is dope to us, to normies, pedestrians like us, but what the producers want to see is, can you tell a story with heart and, you know, elicit emotion from the audience or whatever.
Right, yeah, because like as it stands right now, something like this is a really great calling card for, look how good I am at maybe being a second unit director,
exactly,
or at being a stunt coordinator or a fight choreographer.
Correct.
It's not really showing like, I can tell engaging, gripping, heartwarming.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to be heartwarming, but like something that's going to engage the audience on an emotional level with characters and stuff like that.
That's why Marvel continually hires people who don't have an action background. You know,
because you can hire people like him
or
anyone else who does great fight choreography and knows how to move a camera.
Yeah.
You can hire those people to make the director look good.
Yeah, the Russo brothers, you know, they came from comedy. You know, they did The Office, and I think the reason why, I might be wrong about this, but I think the reason why they got hired for the Avengers and Captain America and all that was because they did an episode on The Office that was action-esque, and so it demonstrated they have the comedy chops and action chops potentially.
Right.
And so with Destin Daniel Cretton, he had no experience with martial arts or action. His stuff was all indie darlings, you know, dramas.
Yeah.
And so that worked out with him getting Shang-Chi. And so, and another action thing, I forget what's up next for him, Doctor Strange or something. But anyway, even though I didn't like it, the Eternals director. You know? So all this to say, you know, if Godefroy is watching this, I would love to see another action piece, but it focuses on having a heart and story of some kind where you're following a character and the fight isn't like the only thing, but it's just part of the whole, if that makes any sense.
That would be, that would be cool.
You know, because he's clearly got action chops.
Yeah.
It's so well executed, from the choreography to the way it's shot to the editing to the sound design.
Yeah.
Even the effects, like, which we didn't comment on at all. It's like, I am forgiving of like the effects not being Hollywood level.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a short film, it's for YouTube, etc. It doesn't need to be at that level. It just needs to illustrate and communicate the point without looking cheesy. And I think it did that.
It landed.
You know? It landed.
Yeah.
And I thought that, you know, he did a great job of selling all that. For me and my queasy wuss personality or whatever, I thought that the guts was a bit much. You know, once is fine. It's like a lot. And I was like, okay, you did it like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, I don't need that much.
Yeah.
You know, just once still illustrates the point.
It's like, let's push this R rating all the way.
Yeah, but that's for people like me who are bitches. It properly conveys this is how dangerous he is, you know?
Yeah.
And we never really got to see Wolverine displayed like this on camera. So I think that's cool. Anyway, we've spoken ad nauseum about all our points.
Well done, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Jaby Achara. This is
Achara KIRK.
Peace out.